Why do I want to be short? Because it's Bitcoin. It has no fundamental value. We're in the middle of this great unraveling of this colossal bubble. And I think that people are going to, the only thing that they have going for them if they're long is hope. And Jackie, we know that hope is a horrible strategy.
Him saying basically Bitcoin goes to zero is crazy. You know, the target of 5950, if we do break that 6,000 level, I'm definitely concerned about that we go down and we push even farther through that target. That would be a little concerning to me. But I think we're in inning 3 or 4 here of a bottoming process from the bubble that Scott talked about that popped and burst and came back down. When you look at the value of what a currency means, it's the number of transactions that take place and the size of transactions. And when we have Overstock.com accepting Bitcoin, when you have places like Subway, Starbucks coming online accepting Bitcoin, McDonald's may be doing that, the number of transactions will be increasing over the next year or so.
I'm surprised people think Bitcoin can never reach its old highs. I mean, you know, we have to remember today there's not even 50 million wallets that use crypto today, but there's 4.5 billion Visa cards. So, you know, this is the early stage for crypto, and I don't think 20,000 is going to be a problem in the future.
Bitcoin is no longer, or at least last December, wasn't usable for commerce at all. The fees became high, the transactions became slow and unreliable, and people like myself and everybody else that was trying to actually use it for commerce stopped and switched to something else. And that something else looks most likely to be Bitcoin Cash for the most number of people. And very, very clear that all the adoption and the merchants and all sorts of businesses are being built on top of Bitcoin Cash at this point. So for the future, I think Bitcoin Cash is the best investment standpoint. But I don't recommend anybody, don't put all of your investments into cryptocurrency and don't put all of your cryptocurrency investment into one single cryptocurrency.
So what does your crypto portfolio look like right now, Roger?
I hold more Bitcoin Cash than anything else, but I have some Ether, I have some Zcash, some Zcoin, some Monero, some Dash, and I still hold some BTC as well.
Extreme euphoria in November and December, and we got way ahead of ourselves in terms of like this insane tulip-like spike. Everybody realizes that. What I think is happening now is all this infrastructure is being built for institutional investors to come into cryptocurrencies. All these lingering issues around how do they manage custody, how do they deal with certain SEC regulatory issues and other investment rights issues in the US, those issues are being worked out now. And I predict that as institutional money makes its way, therefore, into the crypto space, watch out. Right? It's not going to take a lot because it's still a relatively new asset class. When was the last time planet Earth had a new asset class?
I can tell you just anecdotally, the institutional herd is starting to move their feet a little bit. They've taken a lot longer than I expected. I'm a little blue in the face from holding my breath until they get here, but it's starting to happen.
When you take a look at the volatility, I mean the up and down movement of the price of Bitcoin, we've really seen it come down. Last year, a year ago, that thing was trading twice as fast, up and down as it is now. And when you look back to 2016, the level of volatility was actually normalized near that of an investment in the equities market. I think if we continue to get that subsiding in volatility down towards what it's like to trade in equity, I think people will get behind Bitcoin, and I think you'll see it rally just like it did 2 years ago.
You're seeing lots of activity in private markets. Matter of fact, it was a complete bear market in coins, a disastrous bear market in coins. But in privates, you would never have known. It was a bull market. It's been a bull market in talent. And it's also a bull market in institutions building the infrastructure needed for real money investors to start investing in coins. And so I think 3 to 6 months from now, there'll be the all clear sign for people to start, big institutions and pensions to start investing.
My greatest concern is that the U.S. loses competitiveness. I mean, I've spent the last year flying around the world, and I can just tell you the U.S. is already behind. I don't think they're fatally behind, but we are already behind. There's much more adoption going on in Asia. What I think is interesting, what you're seeing here, and what we saw from the Coinbase announcement, is that they are both struggling with the clarity around the U.S. rules.
And we have trouble figuring out what if something is or is not a security. So I think right now that's our first challenge, is to get some clarity on that, because once you figure out if something is or is not a security, then you can figure out all the different rules and regulations that apply. For us, and the way that I think the entire group at the roundtable today views most of these assets is they're not securities and should not be regulated with the same type of regulation that the SEC brings to the table.